I'm on the draw. As long as I don't get therapied, I think I'm fine. I was gonna say, oh, there's the black mana. Thanks. I wonder if it's greedy to get. I think I have to get Underground Sea. Mana. I like mana. Let's do. No, even if he slams Leovold. Okay, that's not happening. I kind of have some time to figure out what he's doing. So I think I want to be back on the green version because I was doing some research on tests and kind of understanding more how it works. And I was looking through Brian Cook's website, and I was actually thinking that the direction I was trying to go in, as far as Doomsday was concerned, was too test-like, and the approach isn't necessarily like what we want. So we have the land coming up. I can use this ponder to set up. And be a turn ahead, so I have the Badlands in hand. That's pretty good too. If I could get an idea as to what's in his hand, we're in a good position. I could cast it now, or I could just hold, or I could leave Brainstorm up. I think that's what I'll do. He is short on lands, so that's nice, I guess. Okay, this looks like a hand to Torak. I hope it's something else. Okay, double black. Alrighty, now I have the choice of protecting my stuff, like especially this Burning Wish, but maybe it was right to, I might just decay, okay, wow, all my business spells. Well, at this point, I'm just gonna decay the Deathrite Shaman, because it looks like he stumbled on lands. So let's go ahead and do that. Effectively putting him at one mana, so losing the Dark Ritual kind of hurt, but we're still holding double Brainstorm. We're going to be drawing a Cabal Therapy next turn, which could be good because then we could strip his hand. Alrighty. I think I'm gonna go ahead and brainstorm here. See what I get. It's 2 therapies is a lot. Well, maybe I should have tucked the business spell, just because now we're super light. I think we're just gonna tuck these two, therapy him now, and kind of go from there. What do I even name here? Snapcaster Mage? This has got to be check pile. Cool. Him to Torak, right back at him. Right back at him. So, I haven't played a land this turn. We got a Preordain coming up. I get to see one fresh card, which kind of sucks. But none of us have put land in the graveyard, so this Deathrite Shaman continues to be pretty lackluster. Alright, so I think I'm gonna fire this off. The wonderful thing about check pile is that it doesn't play spell pierce or anything weird like that. Let's go ahead and fire this off. Get some information, see what kind of turtles he's working with. I lied, and I was correct about the Snapcaster Mage. I was wrong about the pierce. I'm gonna hold this land. I have plenty right now, so I want my. Let's see. He could, in theory, start putting Snapcasters in play, and we don't really want that, so I'm gonna go ahead and Cabal Therapy here. Still not in a great position. His okay, so this Deathrite Shaman is actually pretty real. Okay, that's not great. I might have to take action now. Okay, so we could actually work on killing him here. Unfortunately, we are down one card. So actually, let me think. Alright, I can't do anything quite yet. But I can the next turn, so I'm just gonna tuck Doomsday and hope he doesn't kill me too. Like, he doesn't draw anything like too devastating. So the hope is that he doesn't draw. Let me see, can I play around Spell Pierce if I just take the Force of Will? I can. Alright, so I go to 10. He didn't drain me the last turn, which is excellent. Because now I go to 5. I could kill him at 1 life, basically. So, I still think I take Force of Will. I hope he doesn't have a second blue card or something. Yeah. He's at 19 life, so let's go ahead and therapy him. So he's being a jerk. Is this game too rhetorical? Yes, rhetorical. All right, well. So he just has Spell Pierce, which I can play around. So this is good. Go ahead and do that. Got a Toxic Deluge in hand. If he Spell Pierces, that'd be great. But, okay. He doesn't have green mana or a creature in his graveyard. He's actually thinking about piercing it. Our opponent has lost connection to the game. Looks like we've spent just as much time as he has. Deluge and Spell Pierce. Go ahead. Spell Pierce it. I don't care. Alrighty. So he mucked this game up just because if he had just another like life drain, I would have lost. So with cards like Spell Pierce, he probably has Wasteland. So despite his like heavy amounts of like counterspell, I think I will want to respect the Wasteland by not playing into it. So I'm gonna do something like this. Add some resiliency. Keep one decay in. and take out a mire. Nope, I cut the trot before we started the game. I haven't seen Leovold. I could probably expect it, but I don't think I'm gonna worry about it too much. All these cards do interact. He's got Fluster Storms, and point is, I could get some stuff out of his hand. I think it's pretty good. I think cutting a Preordain's fine. The card's pretty lackluster. I think it's okay to like smooth out our game plan. I'm just the Preordain's there for like redundancy. It's supposed to act like a top, like. Well, I guess what I'm trying to say is it's just another cantrip. It's not reserved or anything, but the reason why I'm not playing that over something like Conjure's Bubble, at least right now, is because I like being able to see more than one card. I think card quality is a lot more important than card quantity. Or like, no. I worded that poorly. I think we want to focus on like, I think selection is the word I'm looking for. So, still adhering to plan, basically. Let's give it a shot. I've been pretty impressed by surgical extraction. It provides a lot of good information, I've noticed. This hand's not great. Having two Burning Wishes and a Maniac just makes it incredibly clunky. And that's kind of like the downfall of having, or like the weakness of Doomsday compared to some other Storm decks, is just some of its business spells are just terrible. But you kind of have to play them, you know? I don't want this card. I've got plenty of discard in my opening hand, so this Bloodstained Mire is probably going to get a Swamp. And I'm just gonna... I don't know if I should duress him right off the bat. I'm inclined to say no. Deathseas. Or Deathrite Shaman, I guess. I always forget that Deathrite Shaman means bug. Okay, so he himself put a land in the graveyard. So, that's pretty good, actually. In that case, I think I'm gonna do it the next turn. Because I'm trying to resolve Xanad's Swarm. He missed a land drop, so I don't know what to... I think Badlands is tempting, but I don't know if we're actually going to be wanting to cast Burning Wish quite yet, because our hand hasn't really shaped up, plus I have a third land, so I'm going to go ahead and get this Underground Sea, and not really present any sort of like, oh, that's pretty gross. I'm going to play a land, just so this doesn't get dazed or anything. Take a peek. These are no longer... It's not part of his hand. So that's pesky, but if I land the Xanad Swarm, nothing else matters. So, no. Shoot. I gave it away. Because if this gets dazed now, I would have messed up. That's pretty good. Now that he's down to 2 cards, I feel alright about the situation. So he's down to 2 cards. Deathrite Shaman's still quite a threat. But computer's bugging out a little bit. Pigeon Snap Caster Mage. It's very possible he has Leavold. Alright. 2 for 3 that turn. We're making land drops. Being healthy and stuff. Oh wow. Okay. Let's go ahead and take a peek. Get some value out of this Cabal Therapy. Because if he does land something like Leovold, we're not really in a position to be able to deal with something like that. Force, Bluster, Bolt. If he is thinking properly, I would imagine he would be holding on to the Lightning Bolt until further notice. Preordain's pretty good. If he decides to waste a Flusterstorm on it, I'd be pretty happy. I think I do want to preordain with the Underground Sea, just in case I do draw another Xanath Swarm. So, because I don't really see myself casting another black spell, and even if I wanted to, I can. I do have a land drop available to keep going. I don't want any of these, I think. The Lion's Eye Diamond is tempting, actually. I think I will nab the diamond. So hard to say. I think I do need this diamond. If I eventually draw into like a Burning Wish or something like that, we can go goblins. And then try to... We'll figure something out about this Deathrite Shaman. If he bolts here, I will have no scruples. In fact, I'm surprised that he did force a roll the Xanath Swarm, because if he had the Lightning Bolt, you know, he must have drawn it, if that were the case. So, taking the Duress, which I think is correct. I don't know, I might be taking Preordain, because if you do draw a Surgical Extraction, there are better cards to take out. He did then a second, so nothing really changing. I am at 14 life, which is pesky. Hope this card is good. It is not. I'm going to go ahead and Brainstorm here. If he Flusterstorms, that might actually be bad, but he doesn't. So I think the Scalding Tarn is going to fetch yet another, like, Underground Sea. In this delta, if need be, we will be getting a Badlands. So far, no Wasteland. I'm pretty happy to see that. Act on Impulse, huh? I do want the Ponder. Ponder's nice. To be able to see like cards and stuff. I'll stack like this. And just I think at this point we do want to be playing lands. Because there's not really a Brainstorm in sight. Okay, so he could actually dish out a good amount of damage, so I need to be quick about killing him. Oh, that's annoying. Thank goodness I kept that Ponder on top. Well, that's yet another turn. Oh, it didn't. I kept the Act on Impulse on top. Well, I'm not taking damage this turn, so that's nice. Because we have the Lion's Eye Diamond, we have essentially a draw 3 the next turn. So we'll see what he kind of does. I think we'll have to take... So if he actually flusters here, I might be okay with that. That's not great. These are both pretty good. Let's see here. The Xanon Swarm could strip his hand. This is tricky because I should fetch first off, just so I could actually like keep both if I really wanted to. So I did muck up a little here. I'm gonna be going to 9 if I pass turn and just kind of move on. I can keep both of them. Keep the Ponder, put the Xanon Swarm on top, cast the Swarm. I could Cabal Therapy, naming Forcible, cast the Swarm, and then hope that the next turn Ponder does work. Top. Play my land, play the pedal, and call it a turn. And hope that he forgets to drain again. No such thing. He learned his lesson. Taking the act on impulse, pretty smart. I did kind of forget about that. So our combo turn might be a little weirder. But we have plenty of stuff like kind of going on. So being at 9 isn't great. Force Fluster Bolt. It's pretty gross. So let's Cabal Therapy him. So he has a lot of cards that just don't do anything at all. Let's go down to 8. Yes. I think we're out of... Yeah, we'll just fetch the island here. And Ponder. So I can't actually cast this Doomsday. I will keep it though. I need to make sure to fetch the following turn. So drain me, go to 6. Yeah, I don't think I can win this game actually. Let's see. I had a Lotus Petal and a... Yeah, here it comes. Maybe I should have taken Lightning Bolt. Yeah. That's a pretty good draw. So depending on what he gets here. If he gets a red source, okay. I think we're dead. Let's see. Let's make sure he did keep the... Okay. Still no wastelands. So he is keeping creature removal. So let's give it a shot. I haven't seen anything that would lead me to believe that he's trying to do stuff. I feel like I do need Maniac on pulling those kinds of shenanigans. Maybe cut. So far I haven't seen green either. Abrupt Decay seems worse if I'm not facing Leovold. Okay. Well, game 3. see what happens. Something spicy. No such thing. Cabal therapy for like Deathrite Shaman, probably pretty reasonable at this point. Let's go ahead and, I don't know, hold on. I don't know if we should set up with anything at all, you know? I think we do want to prep for turn, okay. If I get this duress out, that means I do get information for the next turn. I think let's just go ahead and set up our turns. Because next turn I get to go duress and therapy if he lets me. This is pretty cool. I kind of want all of these. So far I haven't seen therapy. I'm just gonna go, I think Brainstorm on the bottom, Doomsday, Scalding Tarn, maybe? No, Doomsday on the bottom, because I'm not casting that anytime soon. And if he, like, I'll draw the land this turn, because if he decides to, like, Thought Seize me, he'll see my Brainstorm and take that. And so that probably could work out in my favor. Again, okay. No Deathrite Shaman. This is pretty good. In this case, I do want to play around Spell Pierce. I think I'll just go ahead and play land and say pass. The fact that he didn't lead with the black land is really good for us. Because that means no Deathrite Shaman, that means no Hymn to Torak, discard spells. This hand is very much geared towards the long game. So if he draws Thoughtseize here, I'm totally cool with that. He might end up taking Duress because that's the only thing that gives him information. This is a Deathrite Shaman. Hey, what's up, Trey? Let's go ahead and fire off this Duress, kind of see what's going on. He wouldn't have a lot of things to really interact. If he Force of Wills, great. Okay, so he's got his... Oh, Snapcaster Mages. So, if I take his Flusterstorm here, leave him with REB, snap, black, I'll take his Flusterstorm and make an Emrakul pile, really. So let's do that. So Flusterstorm's gone. He can't cast REB this turn. I'm kind of scared. Should I Brainstorm? I feel like I should. He can't really. He has no actions. So, I think maybe I do want to take advantage of this Brainstorm. I have not played land on this turn, so I think I might just tug Doomsday to protect it from a... Or I could just Darkroot Doomsday here. Wow. Let's see. Well... Could I, in theory, do all of that this turn, next turn? Shoot. We've got it, we've got it real close. We just have to be really careful. It's too bad I haven't played a land this turn yet. But I think our objective is ultimately to get to that. So I think we do need to therapy this turn. Maybe just throw away the Brainstorm and negate his, yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. Cabal Therapy. And actually, we could cast two Doomsdays next turn if necessary. So he's got a Ponder to really draw him into something really good. So he has very little good. He has few thought-seized targets if he were to do anything next turn. He's really riding out the back of this red elemental blast. So the ponder has to be godlike. I actually have a few options the following turn. Plays a swamp. The ponder is gone. He's riding off the back of the REB. He chooses not to shuffle, meaning he might have gotten a Flusterstorm, which is kind of pesky. In that case, Lion's Eye Diamond could pay for it. Let's Dark Ritual off of the... so if, let's see, REB, Catacombs, 2 cards. I don't think we want to make goblins because we do know that he has some Orb Wipes. This is going to get me my last Underground Sea. I'm going to go ahead and Dark Ritual with this one. And so if he Flusterstorms, I can't pay at all. But like I said, we can cast 2 Doomsdays this turn. Okay, he's drawn the Force of Will, meaning we have perfect information. Okay, no problem. Cast this one. Now, let's see. Even if I go for Warrens here, I could get blown out, so I think I'm just gonna go for, yeah, I'm just gonna go for a Doomsday here, and hope that he doesn't have Wasteland. Doomsday. Go ahead and cast it. He's got an REB and Catacombs in hand. Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and set up. Let's see. Cool. Sheldock Isle. Let's put the Maniac in there, which means we want a Duress and a Ponder just in case he decides to have like Flusterstorm or Surgical Extraction or something of that nature. This is great because this also nullifies like a Snapcaster Mage draw, so it doesn't matter what order really, I think. So, but just as long as Sheldock Isle is on top, and then we're just gonna pass turn. I'm feeling pretty good. I'm at 9 life, and by the time he hasn't like, I think a real threat would be Gurmag Angler, and like maybe a Bolt or something. There's the Catacombs. There was a reason to like maybe play around Jace, but here we are. We're already doing it. Whoa! Does he have the Stifle? Oh, okay. He just wanted to psych me out. So I've got 3 cards left. I think I want bottom. So it's bottom, bottom, bottom. So the first one I put is hopefully going to be on the top. So let's do all of those ones. Give him an extra turn. I'm surprised Checkpile is now playing Spell Pierce. Maybe I'm late to the party. But if this is indeed Checkpile, a Diabolic Edict is going to do him wonders. So he's down to an REB. So one thing's for sure, that wasn't Wasteland. We're in business. So the Ponder now does look pretty silly, but I think it's fine. We've like secured a victory. I don't remember if Sheldock Isle was face down or face up. The Evolved. Okay, so he's tapped himself out. So the chances of that being like a Diabolic Edict, very rare. I mean, like, I mean, he can't, so we're just gonna go ahead and cast our Emrakul. Yeah, cast. Come at me. Yeah, you think I can't do it, but I think I can, buddy. Let's go ahead and dress him now. Oh no 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 no! Hold on, I don't want him to draw a card. Let's do that in main phase 2. Make sure we attack. Get him. Four, five, six. That looks like your entire board, friend. Take that red elemental blast. See ya. Maybe he's hoping I time out. Wishful thinking. Yeah. Sick. That Spell Pierce really threw me off. I was like, maybe this is some weird tempo deck. No, just slam Emrakul. So I have Sora Tachi in the chat, and I also now have Sora CH. We have two skies here. Yeah. Of course, Sora, I think, is the Japanese word for sky, so. Which is funny because in English, like, soar is like what you do in the sky. I don't know. So far this build has infinite, like Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. Are you talking about that kind of infinite? Shoot. It's all right. I'm not very good. I'm playing. Okay. I'm just gonna go on with the conversation, assuming that you are talking about that. But what infinite are you referring to? Oh, huh. I mean, I've got friends that are really good and really involved, and so they put me to shame. I think sometimes I am able to put off the impression that I'm good because uh, I play a lot. That doesn't necessarily mean that like my fundamentals are good. Whereas the people who I play with have a very solid understanding of how each game works. You know, it's like Magic players and them playing well within different formats. Um, like if I'm picking like if Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite is considered a new format, my fundamentals aren't good enough to really be playing well. Uh, Also, I guess I do have a tendency to choose like uh, characters that are slightly more complex, and so you know if I'm faced against a rushdown character, that doesn't really give me like an opportunity to really feel out the character. I'm on the draw. Let's see. I get two draws. We do have a wonderful combo of Gitaxian Probe and Therapy. We really need to draw into a blue source. So I don't know. I could bank on like three cards off the top to have a blue source. The only dead land being Badlands. Ugh. On the blind with this. If he draws like say if he's on a chalice deck, that's not great either. Oh great. gonna respond in kind, I guess. But he gets to go first. No Doom or Magneto pissed me off. Doom was my boy. And I think it's only like coincidence that Doctor Doom and whoa, is that his turn? Is this Manaless Dredge? Did he click play instead of draw? Yeah, dude, I miss Magneto. Like they made Ultron totally into like the Magneto like style. Foot dive, dude. I'm gonna miss that move. Anyway, I'm trying out Captain Marvel and oh my god, that's excellent. I'm playing Captain Marvel and Doctor Strange. And I was working on my B&B before I started playing Magic here. So he kept a really greedy hand. Therapy, Dark Ritual. So this is great because even if he draws like a black source, he's gonna take a while to actually clear out his hand to get Hellbent. So Brainstorm, let's put the preordain up there too. I realized I spent a lot of time in the last round, so I'm gonna try to trim it down. Ball Ritual, Infernal Tutor. That's not a great draw. Oh, it's fine. I have a Brainstorm, so... yeah, let's go ahead and play this war. Cabal Therapy. Neither of us plays creatures. This does liven up the Warren's plan, so I'm pretty excited. Let's get these out of the way. I have no second main phase. But I don't know, like, I had this really interesting B&B where, like, you tag into Captain Marvel, you do some stuff, and then you could, like, do spells, but I haven't really figured out the timing of, like, reasonably doing stuff. Okay, there's an argument to brainstorming here, especially now. I mean, he would have had to, like... Okay, we don't want any of these cards. These cards are nasty. There was an argument for... Oh, that's even worse. I have so many dead cards in my hand. This is turning out to be very awkward. Yeah, that's true. I haven't really figured out, like... So she does this, like, weird grab thing, and then while she's grabbing, you could, like, change it into Strange, and then you can set up some spells. So he has, like, Grace of Hoggith, and if you, like, do 2 Graces and then set an Eye of Agamotto, they, like, kind of sit there for long enough. Anyway. Yeah, so timing's hard, but... That's excellent. If only it were... a blue land, really. Oh boy, that's really good. We're just gonna go ahead and pass, because we have the kill. Yeah, I mean, I was watching like Richard Nguyen and Filipino champ play Dormammu. It's just like, wow. Like, the spellcasters are very cool. And Strange is clearly, like, the inferior pick, but I was never one for tiers or anything. You know, if I like Strange, I like Strange. I'm not gonna, like, mess around and, you know, it's not that type of game, you know? It's not like I guess even in Magic, the game that matters most to me. Alright, so this is basically your typical brainstorm pile. I'm gonna make black, red, blue, Rain of Filth here. So what we're gonna see here is probably just your typical brainstorm pile. You want to probe, and literally 4 Lion's Eye Diamonds. I'm not even kidding you. This is the sickest pile. Take note, this is the sickest Doomsday pile you'll ever see. I think this works. So whatever you do, you just want to make sure you draw your probe. Brainstorm, putting Burning Wish, then Act on Impulse. So Act on Impulse is on top. Cast your diamonds. Let's see here, Jataxian Probe. Let's make some red. Let's make some black. Hello. Okay. Sure. Let's see what he has. More stuff. And few ways to cast them. Let's make blue and some green. I do. Tendrils of Argony. Let's have all the colors of the rainbow. Okay. It's being comfortable with something, you know? Tier list going so far. Yeah, totally. I'm 100% behind that. Deck familiarity, character familiarity. It all means a lot. Trey, where are you? Where are you these days? As the Melee kids say, where you at? The 09 Melee kids. See here, what is my cut? Way to fill this tight. I think I'm just cutting preordained. Oh wow, dude. I'm still in DOS 2. I'm not really following the Magic player chat, but it sounds like you're getting back into standard, so that's cool. It's a pretty good hand. If he doesn't open with duress, we're in a good position. We draw a Dark Ritual, he's dead. My favorite play, Ponder. No. Alright. Just blind name Doomsday. That's cool. That's cool by me. Oh, alright. Okay, so yeah, Dark Ritual just kills him. That's quite a name. NorCal, actually. I'm from NorCal. And I've been heavily contemplating it. But I don't know, man. So, pretty good name on his part. Let's see here. Dark Ritual. Oh no, I mean, it's not like California is really big. It's like, how are you supposed to know where it was, you know? What? Yeah. So, I kind of don't, I don't know if I should probe here. Yeah, man, it's been a while. I went through like a weird phase, funk kind of thing. Yeah, we're just gonna pass because once we hit 3 lands, and if we draw a pedal the next turn, maybe I should have probed just on the off chance he just like kills me this turn. So good thing we do possibly have Brainstorm to Surgical, but even still, that's not a good look. I do have some footage uploaded to. He's counting his mana. To YouTube. I completed a league with this exact build, or not this exact build. It was like 74 out of the blue spell Infernal Tutor. Okay, just gonna grab some redundancy, which is why you named therapy. Pretty smart. So if he does something like this, I am incentivized to like probe and find some stuff. In fact, brainstorming here may not be the worst idea, because again, like, let me see, view sideboard. I do have Maniac in, so I could just Maniac. You haven't seen the green video? You just got my... Yeah, man. So I went to Vegas with... well, I met up at Vegas with another Doomsday guy, and he was on green, so, like, considering that happened, like, 3-4 months ago, he is way ahead of the curve. Also, green is just, like, kind of... That was the build I played, you know? Back in 2016, back before Top was banned, you know? I've been thinking about just the deck itself. I think I just lost sight of its like MO. I didn't lose sight necessarily because there was a metagame like shift, and so I think it's only fair that there is some sort of readjustment period. But you know, a lot of people were saying that they didn't like the oh he is going off. Okay, I'm not gonna F6. Ritual LED LED. So he has 2 LEDs and then. So what's storm 1, 2? Okay, yeah. Okay. I assume he's going for ad nauseum or empty the ones. So 6, and then if he gets another one, 7, 8, he can make 16 goblins. Which might actually be enough. So we will see. Yeah, I ain't gonna stop you. Got nothing to say. I wish I still played silence. Not. Past in Flames. Sure. I'm okay with that. Did he muck this up? Sure, he has 5 mana and no cards in hand. Infernal Tutor for LED. Oh, I guess that works. I guess now's the time to brainstorm, if any. So, here's my Underground Sea. Surgical, let's go. Wow. I had him too. I had him the next turn. You should know by now that if this is resolving, that he's got me. So I could just 6. That's pretty well played. Is he targeting me? That's how storm mirrors go. That's too bad. I was close to killing him. I'd like to play first. Wow, talk about like attrition time. I'll talk about Shelldock after this match. This hand is probably not a keep. I don't know. You could rip his hand to shreds and hope for a Warrens, like a Burning Wish off the top. But even if you draw Doomsday, you're gonna have a hard time casting it. But I think I'll keep this one. It's fine. Oh boy. The fact that he's going to 6, pretty good. So, I'm not trying to smack talk my opponent, but I'm surprised that he was willing to keep a hand like he did in game 1, and still have like the awareness to combo off like he did in the previous game. So we're gonna dress, see what he has. Okay. Yet another landless hand. Let's go ahead and take the petal. Yeah, who would have known discard spells could still take lands? That's pretty rad. It's the fact that he is. Sure. Alright, let's keep going, I guess. Let's see. He has 2 Infernal Tutors. So I think let's take his Ponder and then take the Infernal Tutors the following turn. If he does draw something... So Doomsday was the wrong draw. What I really wanted was a Burning Wish. That was the wrong business spell. So Dark Ritual will be fantastic because then we could Therapy and just Doomsday. Then not worry about really anything else. I should have written down what he had. So he has 2 ITs now. And he's going to fire off a Preordain IT and then Dark Ritual. So good news is he found his base. Good news is that he found basic island, not anything else. But like something like Lotus Petal can like really just top, he says. So we're gonna probe into, let's see, Act on Impulse. We're gonna make sure we have Laboratory Maniac, a Flusterstorm, and maybe a Duress. No, we gotta probe. We have to probe. Let's see here. Yeah, instead of Flusterstorm, let's be more proactive and play that card. Does that work? No, I have to take out the Flusterstorm and add another probe. I just deselected that one. So this is good because we are, okay, maybe I should put a Ponder just on the off chance he has like Surgical Extraction. Will I have enough mana? I think I will. If I preordain with that, that's, so this pile costs 8 if I change that. So let's make this into a preordain, or a Ponder rather. So Ponder Crack into Act on Impulse. We're gonna cast some of those spells. So Maniac on the bottom, 2, 3. There we are. Okay. Alternatively, I had Therapy. I could have just, I guess, named Flusterstorm or something. Okay, he is looking for his Surgical Extraction. That's actually really scary. Because he has Tendrils right in his hand. So Infernal Tutor, Infernal Tutor, Dark Rit, Tendrils, and X. Well, that sucks. It was one or the other. Hmm. He didn't shuffle either. So I'm hoping what he kept was a discard spell. If not, I'm at 9 life. I could just die. Which is really pesky. I don't like that. So, what else could he do? If he had... he would essentially put me at 1 if he had another ritual, I guess? Because he wouldn't be able to... Okay. It's tricksy. He could, in theory, if he had a Cabal ritual, Cabal tutor, Cabal thingy. Nah, I don't know what he could do, honestly. He would need 2 Dark Rituals in hand. Dark Ritual, Infernal Tutor, Dark Ritual. Okay, well, let's make red. I guess we could always decide on the second diamond, because this one's getting us Act on Impulse, and all those cards go in exile. So top, 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 do not shuffle, cast. Oh, that sucks. So he could, okay, just take it. Make some blue, Maniac. Probe him for the kill. So I think the thing I started realizing about Doomsday is that, like, sometimes the ways you win don't necessarily require speed. You just need to kind of do it steadily and, like, methodically. As where, like, for ants, you just kind of have to go for it and do your stuff. And so you kind of have to cater the rest of the deck to that, and I think that's what I wasn't doing with something like Mentor. Okay, let me get into Shelldock and Emrakul. So what's important about those two things is that neither of those things can be countered. One's a land, and one's Emrakul. And so for against a grindy matchup where they depend on having card advantage over you, your objective becomes to resolve a Doomsday whenever possible, and then just set up Shelldock Isle Emrakul. One thing to make sure of is that they don't have any wastelands, which is tricky because sometimes, like these days, check pile might play 1 or 2, but because the deck is so popular now with like Hymn to Thorax and Thoughtseizes, sometimes you just fire it off. They're stuck with having, in grinding matchups, do they allow Doomsday to resolve? Well, that's the thing. Like sometimes you just have to find that opportunity. You have 3 black, just slam it. And so, oh, I can't keep this. This is brutal. I can't keep any of these. I've had 2 petals. I found it, yeah, I don't know. So yeah, no, it's not assuming that like you just throw Doomsday out there and just like hope it resolves. You look for a reasonable opportunity. Okay, this is whatever. This is as good as it'll get. Let's put that on top. Play a land and just say go. And so basically, yeah, like if you nullify like just their if you're able to nullify, would Stifle help the problem, or is that... Well, the thing about Stifle is that you typically see it in a shell where it does require more of a tempo build. Decks like the grindy or control decks are not going to be playing stuff like that. And so here, I kind of think playing a land and probing is fine. I don't want the probe to be... I guess if the probe gets pierced, that's okay. But I already took a mulligan, so he's going to take any advantage to, like, get me stumbling. I think I do want to play the land first before probing. Maybe there's some other line I haven't thought about. Okay, alright, that's not good. He's got a lot of cards I don't want to see. Speaking of which, this is another great matchup for Emrakul. Sometimes they show and tell and they just put in like Grizzlebrand. You get to put in Emrakul. So he's got 1 Force of Will. Let's fetch first. Moto's being pretty laggy. Okay, the duress is interesting. I was really hoping it'd be a Cabal Therapy instead. But, would I ever play Hideaway? No, I don't think so. Sometimes you could set it up. Back when you played top, you could just do it, you know? Let's see. If I cast any of these spells, it's going to be a dead giveaway of what I'm on. He's 2 cards away from winning, so I could see him just enter and brainstorming. So let's just go ahead and keep the Preordain, I guess. And just pass, because we don't want to. We don't want to like. We know the top 2 cards. We don't want to like spend it on like redundancy. We Preordain next turn and find a land. That's even better. Either way, not having a store draw with a Burning Wish hand is not great. He's going to go ahead and brainstorm, hope to find a land and a show and tell, because that will win him the game. Fortunately for us, if he whiffs, that gives us a lot better chance to just kind of live and stabilize after a multiply. Any 2 cards would have made this hand a lot better. Even if it were stuff like Maniac and Act on Impulse. There's a point where like having a density of spells is important. Well, great. Alright. Does he got it? This is boring. Incredibly boring. I hate those. Great. Good stuff. Not thrilled. That's okay. So we still do want Maniac, but I think we're cutting Rain of Filth. We want to be a little more durable, so we're gonna go ahead and cut some of these spells. We're gonna cut on a Lion's Eye Diamond because we're just going for Emrakul. Like 3 diamonds is like sufficient to just kind of combo off. And if need be, we could just replace it with a Dark Ritual. I'm saying that this is just assuming that you could just do everything properly and correct, but that's not always the case. I have to cut 2 more cards. Is Xana's form really that important? Kind of ties in with the Emrakul plan, but it does ensure that you can just kill them as opposed to giving them an opportunity to cast some stuff. Whiffing on Cabal Therapy really sucks, so I'm gonna go ahead and pass on that. Although it's pretty good with Xana's Swarm. Yeah, because having Duress and then Swarm is just better. Although taking combo pieces can be relevant, so that's something to think about. Maybe I could cut just a Preordain. Nah, whiffing on that feels really bad. So let's give it a shot. This is a pretty good hand. You've got the combo and 3 very good spells and lands. Definitely something to look forward to keeping. See, the likelihood of him just like killing me this turn, like the following turn, especially down a multi-5, is like Interesting. I really don't know whether or not I should play around Blood Moon right now. Yeah, I feel like that's reasonable just because it give this deck a lot of game against, like, what is it called? Like check pile, I guess. Why not? Make him stumble. Make him stumble. Stake attack. We're gonna ponder this turn. His hand's very, it's not very threatening at all. So let's just look for a win. A Doomsday Guts is there. Ooh, no, that is awkward. I don't think we want Xan and Swarm, even though it could fuel therapy twice. I think we're looking for combo pieces. So let's just go ahead and, unfortunately, we have the Badlands, and so I think drawing this, and this is fine. So there we go. Let's just kind of... Turn number 1. Presume he's going to go ahead and ponder here. So he does have something like Blood Moon. So I think we're going to go ahead and ponder here. Duress is great. I guess we could keep dirtling. I'm a fan of that. I'm gonna take a Cunning Wish just cause, or the Preordain, I think. It's his only castable spell. I don't want to take the Sneak Attack quite yet because he has no creatures. So Preordain helps him see the most cards. We're gonna go ahead and take that. Yeah, I guess we're just gonna keep wearing him down and hope that we find a combo in time. I don't think I want this Thoughtseize at this point. I could live with that. I'm within range for a single Emrakul attack. That is awkward. Would you ever play Hideaway without guarantee of a combo? This might be one of the situations where I'm going to do that, actually. It's hard to say. I don't know what to take, really. Is it Cunning Wish? Is it Sneak Attack? I think Sneak Attack is more threatening. I guess Cunning Wish also. Let's see here. Okay. So we're gonna let him have the permanent. So I hope he doesn't kill me. Oh, sick. He didn't even want to see it. I don't have to show him my tech. That's great. That's always a great victory, when you don't have to show him your technology. So we're not out of this yet. This is interesting. He's mulliganed already. And we got 2 preordains. The chances of him exploding, just kind of winning, is still kind of high, but we'll go ahead and keep this. 7. Kind of take our time. If he draws Ancient Tomb, that'd be insane. If he draws, I think we're gonna respect Blood Moon. We have too many blue cards in our hand to like risk that being a thing. Okay, we're very close. This is so good. Wow. Alright, thanks for the follow. Appreciate that. I guess that LED was like, whatever. It really was whatever. I guess it was for the scare factor. Okay, do we duress the next turn? Because if he has Omniscience and he just kills me, that'd be really bad. Let's go ahead and duress. Or we could... Oh, no. We don't want to just Doomsday. Because that just exposes ourselves. Okay. So he does have Blood Moon. I had a... Moon, Foe... Ponder, Pre... Show and Tell. Brand. So anything gets him there. Any sort of land. Let's see, he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards in hand. I think the Gristlebrand is the worst. We could afford to wait. We found our basics, so we could afford to wait to find another discard spell for this Force of Will. Let's go ahead and take the show and tell so that we don't die. And proceed from there. I'm glad we shuffled away the Lion's Eye Diamond. Oh, hey, what's up? Yeah, Still giving it a shot, you know, Doomsday still. God, I'm so good at this game. We just need to hope that he didn't draw another Force of Will. And we are in business. Let's just get an Underground Sea. Tap it first, just in case he flashes in the moon, because that's totally a play. Good thing, he just drew another Gristlebrand. Good thing, good thing. So for those who are wondering, let me just demonstrate in the little, oops, I just opened up Atom, or whatever, this thing. I didn't mean to do that. Anyway, so I'm gonna write it down in the chat, like the text box on the bottom right, but my pile would have been, pardon the, so Burning Wish, Gitaxian Probe, LED, LED, LED. So basically with the black and the blue, let's see, so the black and the blue mana, you have those two. You're going to use the black to Dark Ritual Doomsday, and then you can use the blue to Brainstorm. You're going to draw into Burning Wish, Gitaxian Probe, LED. You're going to tuck first Burning Wish, then act on Impulse. You play out the LED, you Gitaxian Probe, you're going to draw the act on Impulse, and so you make 3 red, obviously. You 3 red, and then you exile Burning Wish, LED, LED. And because they're all exiled, you could just freely crack the LEDs without worrying about discarding anything in your hand, and then you could just cast Tendrils of Agony, because 3 and 3 make 6, Burning Wish, Tendrils. So we are currently 3-0, which is pretty exciting. I should update this little guy. I 4-1'd a few nights ago, so far being 7-1 is a pretty good feeling. But let's just hope I play and draw as well as I have been. I'm not for a second missing Monastery Mentor or White, so I'm pretty thrilled about that, that we are in agreement, that I am in agreement, I should say, with what I'm trying to do. So far our matchups have been, let's see, check pile, storm, sneak, and show. So far all 2-1s. Not an explosive hand, but a steady one. We have lands, access to basics if we need to. We're on the draw again. That's, I think, 0 for 4. We could make this Brainstorm do a lot of work, but while not great, I think it's safe. It's a safe hand to be keeping. Well, good. We're not dead. It's not a. What's it called? Alrighty. Okay, so elves, I see. In that case, we'll just go ahead and ponder away. Cantrips are nice, but I don't think we need any of them right now. We're looking for fast mana and LED. Abrupt Decay is kind of awkward. Alrighty. Thanks for the follow. So it looks like Elves players have just been using these glimpses as like recalls, which is pretty fantastic. But we'll see. Ooh, Jesus. He's just gonna keep going. That's not good. Let's just have 6. Okay. Oh my god. Oh wow, he's out of cards to cast. That's pretty good. Let's go ahead and fire off this brainstorm. We're dodging a natural order here. We're trying to, at least. That's a lot of freaking lands. We definitely want to be avoiding a natural order here at all costs. He doesn't have it. Now, can he cast the Crater Hoof? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, he can. I shuffled away the decay, so... That's not it. Okay, found the therapy, but we're not going to be able to win. That's too bad. I guess that's just the nature of this matchup. You know, elves are a little faster. Or okay, let me start over. This game he's been faster, but if he just casts Visionary, okay, there it is. Can you create Dried Harbor? Sometimes people mess up. There was a league where I know he could cast Crater Hoof. So, I mean, I not to be a jerk, but like sometimes people misclick. Someone had a someone had a Mindbreak trap that instead of waiting for the storm trigger, he just targeted the original copy. Like, clearly I'm dead, but okay. Is this Julian? I don't know. I don't think surgical extraction is needed. Let's take that one out. That perfectly puts us at 60. We don't want any abrupt decays unless they're playing Null Rod, which I doubt because that's not really. Elves players started playing Mindbreak Trap, which is really annoying. And I don't think the Emerald Cool plan is great. Although it does get around Mindbreak Trap because, you know, you're just playing 2 spells, playing a land, and then playing a 15/15. But that seemed a bit slow in my book. I'm just gonna submit. I mean, I realized that, like, I was dead. Thank you for the follow. Like, that's why I was cantripping so aggressively. As a Doomsday player, you probably want to hold on to the cantrips until your combo turn, which is why I was hesitant to do that in the first place. But yeah, I was basically waiting for that Cabal therapy, but I just drew a ton of lands. Had they been rituals, LEDs, something. Like even a sick line into Massacre is good enough. But we have to win 2 out if we want to continue on the streak. Which is feasible, but the matchup doesn't. It definitely gets worse post board. You have the advantage. Oh my I can live with this. Sure, I'll keep it. It's information for 2 life. I don't see why not. Yep. I'm at 1 spell. Excellent. We don't want this. Nor do we want that, I think. We need to ditch 1 cantrip. But I also want to be able to leave up for a discard spell. So let's do that, and then pass. Alternatively, I could just Doomsday. Put a Duress on top. Or a Therapy, rather. But then he can Mind Break twice. He's trying to get value out of his Cradles. So I did mess up by not just going... he could have Mind Breaked that turn anyway. So I'm not going to sweat it too much. Oh, he's going to draw a million cards. He still has a Cradle available, that is crazy. So both Glimpses are gone. He only drew 1 card of that, which is great. He has 2 Mind Break traps. On my upkeep, I would like to do something. Let's maybe get a red source so we could Burning Wish just in case. Upkeep. Let's go to draw. That's a pretty good one, if I would have to say. Took out all my discard spells. Let's get this Massacre, why don't we? That sucks. I totally goofed on that. Let's respect the discard spell. Let's respect the discard spell. See, this is why I played with my sideboard open. So I don't waste a Burning Wish on something stupid. No problem. He could get drop and mind break this one. Nope, no such thing. Okay, so we're looking for a therapy now. This is great. Let's go ahead and ponder with this one. That's not good enough. That's not really good enough. Although, I guess we could just Dark Ritual Doomsday. Say go. Put therapy on top. Yes, yes, yes. So we want both of these cards, I think. So, if I give him another turn, I could just Cradle as a dead land. I can, if I put the Act on top, then I could put Therapy. I don't actually need Shuffle my library. No. I don't actually need the second diamond. So finding this Act is actually fairly relevant. He's gonna get a Dryad Arbor. He's got 2 mind breaks in his hand. Alright, keep on getting there. Keep it up, buddy. Okay. 2 mind breaks. No more creatures, please. I request that you do not play any more creatures. Okay. 10 life. I have to be careful. I can Doomsday. I could also just Doomsday, play the control role. I'll go down to 5. See what this Ponder yields. Okay. Let's keep this Dark Ritual. No. And just cast the Doomsday. We do have Lab Maniac, so that is good. I will go to 1 life, and I'll have plenty of mana the next turn. Natural Order kills me, but I can't do anything. You can't pay anything. I played 2 spells, dog. Who do you think you are? Draw. I could make a Brainstorm pile. Looks like we might be doing that. So therapy him, do some stuff. Kill him? I like that plan. So we want Maniac on the bottom. The card that casts it, this one, and then this one, I assume. I'll go to 1 life, so I have to pay everything with mana, which is why I'm really glad I kept this Dark Ritual. Little does he realize I could, in theory, have just tucked Massacre. Untap creatures, nothing makes blue. I'm gonna Dark Ritual, and then have this be my 3rd If this be my second spell. So I guess this is an example as to... Huh? What do you do? Sick. You just need to not muck this up. Let's do... Actually... Let's do me a brainstorm pile. So be really careful now. So I need a ton of blue mana. I can't pay life, so I'm gonna have to do that one. It's part of the reason why I like this card over the other one. I can't pay life, mana. Alright. Maybe I should have brought in Sheldock. The Dark Ritual puts us in this. Not afraid because we do have this Burning Wish. But this means we're also playing out our diamonds. I was thinking of what's a name? What is Julian's name, man? Oh wow. What a name. No respect if he's green looking though. Fortunate for us, we still have Maniac, so it's not like he's taken out all of our win conditions. But he can have Doomsday now. Oh, sick. Yeah, he didn't surgical, so gonna grab this underground sea. Yes, or Thoughtseize. Thanks for the follow. Oh, sweet Jesus. We're taking a mind break. Although, the Heritage Druid does flash back, so I think we're taking the mind break trap anyway. I'm gonna play out the diamond, I think. Although that does get hit by mind break trap, or Reclamation Sage, it livens up the number of outs he has. But if he plays a creature the following turn and chooses not to sacrifice, then I have Doomsday up. Other than that, I might just go for like a double pile. Dryad Arbor, flashback, play Heritage Druid. So he still has lines. But he has 2 cards in hand, which is pretty juicy. It's going to take the Doomsday. I'm going to go ahead and crack. And hope that the second card I draw is a Lion's Eye Diamond. This is where Merkle would have shined. LED. Close. Not quite. So I will go to 8. You're gonna want this land, I think. We're gonna put a land on top. MTGO. Act on impulse into Gitaxian Probe, Lavatory Maniac, and Lion's Eye Diamond. So this is 2 turns, unfortunately, but we gotta do what we gotta do. Yes, yes, and yes. Go right ahead, my friend. I go to 7. Nettle Sentinel, this is the worst. Okay, good. He's not attacking this turn, this is fantastic. Granted, a Mindbreak Trap will be very bad. He's drawing into Mindbreak Trap. But right now, life is my resource. I've gotten 1 out of his deck. He's got 1, maybe 2 more. I'm gonna play this land and say pass. Alright. Dryad Arbor put me to 5. Probe, I'll go down to 3. Land at natural order kills me. Okay, fantastic. He's got a Windswept Heath in his hand, I believe. And 2 blanks. There's the Heath. I'm so scared. Does he have natural order? One, 2. He can cast natural order. Jesus. This is fun. This is it. If his last card is Mindbreak Trap, we're dead. If not, thanks for the follow. Oh, buddy. Guys, we're 4-0. We gotta stay focused. Nice-oo. Yes, thank you. Guys, this is 2017. We are in the month of October. So Sensei's Divining Top has been banned up until this point. We are playing Doomsday. We are 4-0 in this league. Let's make some fucking history. So for the past 9 rounds, I'm 8-1. I'm 8-1. I need to stay focused. I might pop off a little bit if I, but I mean I do that anyway. But let's focus. So I had to buy like scalding tarns and surgical extractions and all that stuff. Man, I'm getting mad follows. This is awesome, guys. Thank you for the support. If I've missed you, I'm sorry, but I do appreciate every one of you guys. Oh my god. We're at 25, 24. That's really cool. I might have to run another league after this. Oh, talk about like final boss. Of all people to run into. Oh, I kept 2. Shit, I messed up. I meant to mulligan that. I'm not focused. I gotta focus. Jesus Christ. Fuck. Okay, this is not great. It's not a good start. Although, if I draw Doomsday, it's turn 1. I definitely goofed already. Fuck. Thank you for the follow. I'm gonna duress now, just so I could get this omniscience out of the way. I apologize for the poor play. He's got Spell Pierce up, but I have 2 petals. Oh no. Okay, he can't cast it quite yet. So, he now has... I'm gonna take 1 show and tell. If I draw a Burning Wish, I could get there, but then he'll Pierce. So we need to hope he doesn't either... If he doesn't draw an Ancient Tomb, that gives us another turn. He has Ancient Tomb and Lotus Petal to keep him live. There's an island. No Lotus Petal quite yet. He passes. Does my opponent accept Queen's Gambit? Homie, this is the wrong game. Oh, he drew a Brainstorm. If only I could just Burning Wish. For... If only I could just Burning Wish. For Emrakul. I could get Thoughtseize. I could get Thoughtseize and hope that he lives a turn, or I can just slam... Gristlebrand. And have it be over with? No, no, no. Play safe. Play it safe. Get the Thoughtseize. Wait, no. He'll brainstorm anyway. Use Burning Wish's ability. Uh, yeah. I should have gotten Thoughtseize, because then he would have to tuck both. Here we go. I should have gotten Thoughtseize. It's interesting that this deck is now popular again. Oh, I can't even cast my own spells. Burning Wish for a Queen's Gambit. Who are you? I don't remember who you are. But that was pretty funny. I don't know how you like remembered that I am like I play chess from time to time. Either I play against you or something, but this is definitely I'm so mad that I kept that hand. Like I barely managed to stay alive up until this point, but of all people to like run against too. Sure. Omniscience. Okay. Come get it. He probably plays Blood Moon. Okay, we have to cut one more card to make it a preordain. Sand and Storms aren't great, although sometimes like you sneak it in and just win the turn afterwards. It's not like we haven't done this before. We're down a game. We brought all the other ones back. Long-time viewer, first-time caller. Alrighty. With that kind of humor, I should have known it was you, Parker. If you guys feel so inclined, I do have a donate button in my bio in my Twitch bio, so any sort of support helps. Alrighty, I would like to play first. Make sure I click correctly. I could live with the sand. I'm just gonna play land and pass, I think. There's no rush to do anything drastic. God, I'm nervous. Alrighty, groans and grass. I'm gonna probe here. Oh my god. Okay, I'm glad this game is going long. That's all I could say. Just play land and pass, I guess. I don't want to commit any of my colors due to how sensitive the mana base is. I need to make sure that I wait to the absolute latest to dedicate to my lands, especially if he's a deck that might play Blood Moon, which makes the Emrakul plan less good, but you know, it's just kind of one of those things where you have to do what you have to do. If I could somehow nab that force and play around Spell Pierce and just slam the Doomsday, then I could just go to Shelldock Isle Pile, and just ignore any other sort of like counter magic. Alrighty, so we know 5 out of his 7 cards in hand. Nothing threatening quite yet. There could be a reason to brainstorm here. I think a brainstorm in response to a show and tell and hoping to find like an Emrakul or something is like reasonable, but like I think that screams desperation at that point, you know. So I'm gonna go ahead and just brainstorm and hope that nothing bad happens. Thoughtseize is pretty great. What else do I need here? Do I need this 3rd land? This 4th land? I think because we are going for the long game, this pedal is not going to be as important. Let's go ahead and tuck the pedal and the ponder. Go ahead and ponder the next turn. Or and just kind of hope that we don't die, you know? So let's go ahead and tuck like that. We played a land this turn. I don't think there's anything else we want to do. Well, shit. Emrakul. Emrakul. Let's get a... He pierces here. I'm glad I searched for that volcanic island. He might force. So, he still has 2 ponders in his hand. Whatever his last card is was a good one. Maybe I should have Thoughtseize. But then that would have eaten a Pierce or something. So, Preordain's gone. Pierce and Force are gone. Let's put in this land. No. Sure, I guess. He could ponder twice. We're still in this, somewhat. I'm not saying it's good. I guess this is it. Playline of Sanctity. Brainstorm. No, he's gonna Fate Seal. That ley line is actually kind of pesky. I'm pretty dead. I don't think it was necessary that I pointed that out. But I've gotten this far. I may as well watch it happen in slow motion. Got nothing else. He let it happen. Oh no. LED, damn it. Well, it's 4 up. Yay. Ah, Jesus. Okay. How was this close, guys? Oh, shoot. I had the chat, like, down to... Why didn't we tendrils? Yeah, he had 2 ley lines, in fact. And even if he flusterstormed, I could just pay 1. Which is why I was like, oh my god, like... And in theory could have gone for goblins, but... yeah, that was not happening. So when he... It's just... I should have thought... Maybe I should have thought seized. Because then that gives me a chance to brainstorm into, Emrakul. Why didn't I thought seize? Well, I was down to 2 lands. He had a spell pierce. It'd be fairly inconsequential. Which means that if I... Like, okay, I don't know what we're talking about as far as, like, thought seizing or whatever goes. But, like, before Leyline was in play, the reason why I didn't thought seize was because I knew he had spell pierce and force of will. The reason why I decided to brain phase on the brainstorm on the main phase is because yeah, Lotus Petal and 2 lands. That might have been my mistake. Yeah, I don't remember. But if he like force of will or something, At least that would given me an opportunity to brainstorm into an Emrakul and put it into play. But I guess I don't know. I'll run another league. That's pretty spectacular. I've never had this many points. Let me just kind of, one, go over the list, and two, kind of think about if there's anything else I want to do. So far, I've been pretty impressed with the kind of, like, I don't know, the Flusterstorm has been pretty lackluster, I will admit that. I almost rather have, say, another, like, Cabal Therapy, in which case I could very well see myself just playing 4 Therapy, 2 Duress, but I kind of like being able to, like, the metagame is pretty open, so, anyway, I don't know, if you guys have any questions about the list, I could go over it briefly. One of the Doomsday Fellows did, he watches through, like, the VODs and whatever, and, like, he's been encouraging me to kind of stay with a certain build for a certain while to just make absolutely sure that whatever I'm playing with is, like, correct or not. But this Rending Volley is definitely a flex slot. I don't want to, like, I think the Rending Volley is fine for now. Blue or white, right? Yeah, it hits Sleeve Volt, which is huge. Can be countered, also very important. It's unfortunate that it doesn't say damage can be prevented. My question is, are you... what? That's not a Doomsday question, but I'm single. I don't know. But anyway, I guess the 2 Decay build was what I was on, like, last year, and anyway, I was talking about this before before this all happened, but I think I'm on 2-1 GGs. Okay, that's too bad. I wish he gave me the 4. Yeah, let's just run it again. Yeah, I'm still pretty happy about that. You know, it just had to be Jace. He's one of the bosses. Let's see, undefeated. He should be up top as one of the few. Maybe not. Yeah, there he is. 3-5-0s. Anyway, as much as I want to, like, be displaying more magic, I can't be thinking for too long. It sounds really, like, stupid, but I just can't, and so I don't want that to compromise my play. So I'm gonna run as much as I can, and just kind of, let's see, keep. I'm on the draw again. I think this is fine. The Badlands is awkward on the turn 1, but I think I will keep. Decision fatigue is a thing. Yeah. Here's the turn 1 probe. That's when you see paying costs, and that no lands in play. But yeah, if you have any questions, I'd be happy to discuss them. Preferably, like, after the match, but just throw them out there in the chat. I'll try to get to it whenever I can. Let's see here. What is he doing? What is he doing? Land pass is a pretty encouraging play. I kind of do want to duress on the off chance that he is Storm. Going probe into land is just kind of weird. I'm going to go ahead and duress him. Even if it gets pierced or something, I can't complain too much. I think point is I won't be dead. And if he brainstorms here, that's even better. Unless, of course, he has the ability to just, like, fire off and kill me. Not opposed to seeing this happen. Alright, well, we're back on, we're watching a Storm player again. So, the Dark petitions are pretty great. The fact that he has 2. Although, he does have Therapy, he's gonna probe again, so he's gonna see both the cards he took, unless he decides to fetch. I think we do want to take this Therapy, because he knows about my Therapy, so if I leave him with 2 petitions... Would Storm have a turn 1 play or no keep? Maybe, I don't know. So I'm gonna take his Therapy, and I guess we're gonna... This Abrupt Decay looks really bad, so we can only hope to draw a Brainstorm. There's a time. Alrighty. Let me reset my league counter. I guess I didn't update that, but oh well. League record. Let's do, oh no. Sure. It's gonna go down to 14. Having goblins is pretty nice at this point, if we can like brainstorm into a lot of gas. That's if I'm not dead. So both those are gone. Oh boy. Alrighty. So I did add like Flusterstorms and other things too. He's probably getting a Past in... No. Hold on. He's getting a Past in Flames, I believe. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna make him kill me though. Interesting. I guess I should have taken... It was one or the other, I guess. Maybe Dark Ritualing first was correct. That's too risky. Let's start. Okay. Let's do that. Okay, these are going away, that's for sure. Surgical, Thoughtseize. Although that makes the Burning Wish worse. Let's take out Rain of Filth. That's a card we don't usually want to see. I believe that should be it as far as what we want in and out. So yeah, I guess, well, because I'm sideboarded, and I've got some extra time, Surgical and Flusterstorm have been like recent additions. I'm taking notes from like AMP players and test players, and it just seems like it's been working out. I'm seeing a lot of Leyline of Sanctity recently, and so having the Surgical, while it doesn't actually interact with, you know, them having Counterspell in hand, unless if they have a copy in the graveyard, it's good to have like, it's good to have, what is it? It's good to have information as to what they're doing. So also, it's also interactive against stuff like this. So okay. This is a turn 1, and I've never been able to do this before, so I'm excited. F6'd. So 4. This will make 5. Probe is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's just tuck Laboratory Maniac. Okay, cool. He doesn't even want to see it. Yikes. Not as great. I think I could do better on a 6. He kept. Seeing as I've no black source for this duress. Cool. Alright. Spreading a good word. James Johns. I could live with this. I get a scry. My Lotus Petal will have to make the black mana if necessary, but we'll see. Alright, there it is. It would have been better if this duress were Cabal Therapy, because then we have the Maniac in hand. Also Probe, but I think we'll keep that so we don't have to use the petal. A little nerve-wracking, but I think the petal is something we do want to play out because of the brainstorm. We can brainstorm into like interactivity. Okay. God. All right. I think we're going down. Yeah, this is so funny. What for? Tendrils for 12? I'm not sure what he's getting. Okay, he still has 2 cards. Okay, never mind. Hold on. There it is. I don't have the flush. I don't have the surgical extraction. All right, we're dead. That was amusing. Well. Let's see. I know, right? That was just like... I really wanted to type Touche, but like, oh, whatever. What a weird matchup. That's interesting. Okay, I'm on the draw again. Something to note. Having the act on impulse is not great, although because I also have the brainstorm that could set up like a situation where, let's see. To be honest, if I think it's keepable because I have the brainstorm. So keep here. Having redundant probes is pretty nice. Oh, that's not very nice. Again, we're really hedging on this brainstorm here. Mono blue. Mono blue take forever to cast. Am I Japanese? No, I'm Chinese. Well, Taiwanese if you want to get real specific. I do get that a lot though. Even Asian people are like, "What are you?" I'm like, "Asian American." Thank you. Alright, Harbinger 2/2. What does it do? Can you even cast it? The Vendilion click is going to be annoying. I see. So you could have Flash. TNN, don't care. Click is the most annoying. So, okay. Jesus. Please, help me, God. Oh, please. Okay, no spells. He thinks I'm... Okay, I guess he could tap down in, like, a Deathrite Shaman or something. Or... Jesus Christ, help me. Alright, let's just play lands. Okay, now he has, click available. Oh my god, stop giving me lands. I hope he takes the act on impulse. It's here. I could get drop. No, that's not good. Jeez. Yes, he's fine. Okay. We'll take the brainstorm, that's fine. Regardless, I have therapy and probe ready, and I'll be drawing another card. And God help me if it's a land. No, I mean, some players, like, I know it's very wishful thinking, but, like, some people take the weird card, you know? But objectively, brainstorm is the right call. Well, he's thinking, so. Also, therapy might be a reasonable name, because he loses 6 power of his hand. Okay, I should get rid of this click, by the way. I know it's there. I'm at 16, which means I have about 6 turns. No more Nude Beach? I mean, this is still basically Nude Beach. We all know that that's Doomsday's unofficial name. For those who are, I guess, unfamiliar with that, I guess, when Top was banned, people were joking, yeah, haha, like, we're playing Top as Doomsday, so we called it Nude Beach. I called it Nude Beach. But... He took the therapy, okay. In that case... Man, that top ban hurt like a mofo. Tell you what. I'm just gonna aggressively, like, play my stuff. Might be too late at this point to have the therapy, but if he has force, we do need to, like, add that. He started playing Doomsday. Oh, yeah, I remember that. Jeez. So brutal. I did play land this turn. It's looking like draft or something on his side. So I haven't seen Wasteland that yet, so just thinking ahead to the next match, Emrakul sounds pretty good. Xanath Swarm, it gets hit by Harbinger, which is like really specific. So we might consider just not playing Xanath Swarm for that reason. Okay. More islands. This clock is like incredible. Jeez. I guess I used all my luck for today. This Meyer can't even get decay. How embarrassing. I do well, and then all of a sudden, this happens. Yeah, ouch. Oh. I think they stopped playing Wasteland. Burning Wish is incredibly clunky. We don't want that. Dress is pretty important. Let's take Rain of Filth out. Let's take a Diamond out. Contemplating this Flusterstorm. Thoughtseize is neat. This might be my last one. I'm losing focus. So if you haven't followed me yet, I'd appreciate it if you did. That'd be really cool. It's almost 7 o'clock here. Yeah, I need to take a break. When did I start? Really hoping that there are no wastelands, because Dark Red Doomsday just makes it that much better, but Cavern. Ton. True name Nemesis. So we're probably taking the Chalice, right? Because he's gonna put it on 0. Maybe not. He chooses not to cast it, which is great. This is getting a red source and a black source, so so that if he somehow counters, let's see here, we do have access to Burning Wish. I want black mana, so I can cast this card, go straight into it. Okie dokie, he's not got no clock, so that's nice. Sheldock Isle. Let's put that Laboratory Maniac in there. Maybe, I don't think we need to worry about the Tropical Island. Let's put it there just in case. And then, what else? I guess, I don't know. You can't cast Vendilion Click. Not like that's something we need to worry about. That's fine. I'm totally okay with this. I've been kind of missing Void Snare in the sideboard. I wonder if I should put one in. There we are. Chalice on 0. I'm not cool. Bottom. It's not a wasteland, which is cool. Violet would have been scary because, what is the name of the land that is... It's called Sheldock Isle. Yes. Thank you, Leah. LHEA. I don't care much for your spell. Cool story, bro. Cast ammo, cool. Cast. Alright. Looks like we're 1-1. Let's see here. Yeah, I'm definitely getting tired. I need to... what do I do? Alright, I guess he's rethinking his or her card choices. He's probably bringing in some number of, what's it called? Phantasmal image. How yuck would that be? Can't do this. Mulligan. Well, I think I could keep that. Let's. It does give me a color. I think I'll keep it on top. Oh, I don't need that anymore. That's annoying. This is tricky. Do I want this Burning Wish or not? Oh, that mire. That bloodstained mire. Well. Do I... Because having that as business... I could be really desperate and just go for goblins or something. Something lame. Let's keep it. I have to mind Vendilion Click. I think if he had it, he would have played it already. Now I can actually Burning Wish and Meltdown. By force, rather. If necessary. He's gonna play that. I forgot he had 4 lands. This is pretty gross too. This is not good. I think we have to, though. We do want more black than I think. Yeah, there's no way. He didn't attack either. He's got forcible in his hand. Alright, I'm logging off. Man, there goes my streak. I was doing pretty well. That's exciting. I guess let me revisit the list. If you want to like check it out a little more. Oh, I should have brought in rendering volley. What was I thinking? Oops. Rending volley. I'm sorry. But yeah, I'm gonna try to upload this onto my YouTube account. If you guys want to watch some other matches, check it out. It's just my Twitch handle on YouTube. But I don't know. It's pretty cool. 32, 35 people. That's yeah. I'm excited about that. So And I'm excited about the deck too. If there's anything I should be happy about. But overall, being 8-4 now. I was 8-2, but 8-4. Given the circumstances of like losing top and what have you, I think I'm pretty happy with that. But other than that, yeah, just stay tuned, I guess. I work full time, and I'm trying to figure out like a consistent schedule. But yeah, dude, Trey, it's awesome. It's been a while. It's glad to see that you're dabbling in Magic again. But woo, yay, Doomsday. Um, there's more to come, so stay tuned. Alrighty, guys. Bye.